Hey everyone, welcome to the GTraderPro weekly stock preview. I'm Gil, and I'm here every Sunday evening to help you get a head start on the trading week. We're going to take a look at some of the stocks that we're following, this week's upcoming events, and the setups that we're watching. Let's get right into it, shall we? So we're going to kick off with Tesla, and let's take a look at Tesla here. Last week, we said if Tesla could get above 308, they would advance and be able to reach potentially as high as 336. They went beyond the 336 level on Thursday and Friday, reaching up to nearly 354. 354 was going to be a key level. We updated our subscribers on Monday that 354 was an additional level. Now, we didn't reach 354. They came up very close to it, and ended the week in a very strong position. Now, that strong position, however, was concluding a top on a weekly basis. So 354 would have been an ideal short. If we get back below on Monday morning, below 337 and 336, and we start closing daily back below 336, 337, then we would expect a decline back down to 322. Potentially culminating all the way back down at our 308 level. So we're looking for a top that may have already come in on Friday. We'll see how Monday goes. There is that chance for 354. We'll take action on the stock and likely issue a sell signal for 354, or we'll wait to see the market close below 336. That will be a sell signal for us as well. So stay tuned, and we'll see how the week kicks off with Tesla. But again, we're looking for downside after this upside wrapped up and is wrapping up, and we expect Tesla to pull back. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Very similar story with NVIDIA. They had a very bullish run. We talked about NVIDIA. If they could get above 117, they had a shot at running up to 134, which they did, 134 to 135. And we issued a potential sell on NVIDIA on Friday, 134 up to actually 139, a level they didn't quite reach. 134, 135 was achieved. Again, another stock in our portfolio that is putting at a top, and we anticipate this week normally to have a pullback. And we'll first pull back to about 130, and then below 130 we'll see roughly the 122 quarter, 122.25 level is what I'm expecting out of NVIDIA this week. Next up, we have Microsoft. Now, Microsoft too had a very nice bullish week last week. They jumped over the 440 price. We talked about that last week, that they had to close daily above 440. That would open up the door to the likes of 448. All the way up to 453, which they also achieved late in the week. And as we discussed with our subscribers live during the course of the week, we were going to be looking for a short out of Microsoft at the 453 level for a pullback. One of the first pullbacks they would make is 448, and then a daily close below 448 would get them slightly lower to 445, with the potential to decline this week right back to the 440, the price that they gapped over on Monday of last week. So we're looking again here for another pullback. These are pullbacks in an ongoing uptrend, so we will ultimately be looking for long signals. But in the meantime, Microsoft, yet another stock with a top that we are looking to short against, and we will short Microsoft with daily closes below 453. Amazon, next up, one of the first stocks that we looked to short last week. Amazon had a beautiful run, as we talked about last week in our preview video, above 193. They would run up simply 196. 201 was our primary target, with a shot at 212, as I said in last week's video. They achieved 212 early in the week on Tuesday and have been declining ever since. And pre-market Monday morning here, they're at 201. So right back to where they should be at the 201 level. A decline below 201 will simply take them back down to the 192 192, 193 price, which is what we're expecting this week out of Microsoft. Continued decline off of this top that was put in last week. Next up is Apple. Now, Apple was one of the weakest stocks last week. It did advance, but did not reach our target of 217. As we said last week, a normally healthy Apple stock would have reached 217. They did not reach 217. They stayed very contained during the course of last week. Barring a breakout, a really strong rally to 217, we're looking for Apple to come back down to about the 203, 202 level, and potentially back down to 198 during the course of the week. So not a huge decline, but a pullback, again, from Apple, like the others, off of this top that we have going on in tech. Meta had a beautiful run. We talked about prices last week. They jumped over the 595 level that we were talking about last Sunday, reached one of our primary targets was 625. Very strong upside. We added levels on Monday to include 650 and 667. And they did indeed reach the 657 level last Wednesday before pulling back. Now, they were one of the first to have a decent pullback right back to our 625. This is what we were looking for as we updated our subscribers. During the course of the week, we could short Meta up at the 257 and 267 levels for a pullback. That pullback has occurred down to the 625. We're going to watch 625 very carefully here today. With a close back below 625, we will expect Meta to dip back down to the 595, 600 level. If they hold 625 on a daily closing basis, they should give us another shot at 657 on the upside. So a very interesting stock coming into this week, as the others are. MicroStrategy is the last stock in our preview here today. They too, of course, had a very strong week last week, jumped up nicely, and completed our upside targets, not only the 408 but the 420, basically the 420 level, which they too spiked last week here. So they opened up in very strong position, but again, relative to where they had been, they hadn't broken out to new highs, and we see a decline now underway. So below 407, my price target this week is simply going to be a 385. Not looking for a whole lot more than that. It is possible that we get below 385 this week in MicroStrategies and get down basically to about 378 to 380. So that's what we'll be expecting out of this particular stock. And it's going to be a really interesting week, key week, as we said last week. All of the stocks in our portfolio triggering tops, and we're going to begin to see some of the reaction to those tops this week with this downside move. So that wraps things up. This is, like I said, this is Gil from GTraderPro, and I want to thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. And I invite you to join our free Discord community for daily insights, trader chat, and the link is in the description. The Discord channel is free. There is no charge. This is where we keep our subscribers and our public members updated on a day-to-day basis. So please be sure to follow us there. And follow us on social media to stay connected with the GTraderPro ecosystem. And I look forward to seeing you at the end of the week in our next video. Have a great trading week, everybody. I'll see you here next time.